Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome to an update video for the 21st of July 2019. I'm hoping that everything is looking good in terms of the recording here. You can see that it's very much in the live stream format in terms of the recording appearance, but I do not have the, Doomlink links. We'll call them, I don't have the Doom links. Yeah, really funny, but it actually might catch on. I don't have the Doom links on screen because, I'm not actually streaming, so it's not necessary for people to know where I'm streaming, whether it be on YouTube or Twitch. But the point is that I am indeed playing Dragon Quest Swords here while doing an update video, and the reason why will indeed link into the actual update video itself. Just to get straight into why I'm actually playing Dragon Quest Swords on camera, it's because I really need to find an excuse to play this game. It's difficult to sort of find the drive to play this game when you need to do a bit of grinding before you can continue with the recordings. I'm at the stage in Dragon Quest Swords now where I don't really have anything else to do except for fighting the final boss, and I need to actually level up quite a bit before that point because there is a huge difficulty spike in the, complete endgame of Dragon Quest Swords compared to the other stuff, because Edar Sofix is just ridiculous. He is a crazy final boss who incorporates all three of these fights, plus an even more difficult final fight, all into one confrontation that you're expected to survive and succeed in, so yeah, it's actually kind of horrible, so we're going to be level 99 for that confrontation. It will take a little bit of time. Sorry that I'm gone. To fight King Latem, even though I'm like kind of disorganized right now with my stand positioning and all of that. But that's alright, that's how it is. But yeah, the reason why it's important for me to actually play the game here while I'm live streaming is because I really can't bring myself to grind this game, or at least lately I haven't. I've been able to do it in the past, but I don't know, I've been doing other things lately, you know, and playing this game to grind to the max level has not really been on the agenda. God, that was a poor score. It's alright. I was having difficulties, it's alright. But yeah, so the reason why I'm making an update video today, it is once again the 21st of July. I don't know when I last did an update video. It might have been around April or something like that, so it has been a number of months since I last did an update video. It was probably even before April, I just can't remember. I did record an update that I planned to, release, we'll say release, in like 10 years' time, because I like time capsules like that. And, yeah, that'll be a thing in 10 years' time when everyone, well, when possibly even I have forgotten about it. But anyway, point is, that does not count as an update video recorded during this year. I think that was maybe 2 months ago when I did that. But, regardless, here we are doing an update video for July. And I think it's in order because there are a number of things that I'm trying to do on the channel at the moment that I don't believe have been sort of laid out in one single video. So I'm going to lay them out in a single video here. It's interesting because sometimes I'll do an update video while playing a game and then other times I won't. I'll just have gameplay footage just over the top. But this is all being done in OBS, of course, because it's just easier that way. It's all done. I don't have to run it through an editing software to kind of get the audio synced up and all of that. But, yeah, anyway. To kind of keep it on the topic of Dragon Quest Swords just for now, so that we're not jumping around, my plan is to get Dragon Quest Swords done as soon as possible, and I'm actually kind of happy with the live stream playthrough series, that's what it's called. It is my intention of mine to actually, it is my intention to make the live stream series, the live stream playthrough series that is, an actual live stream series on my channel. One that will, exist for a lot of games. And the first game for that, of course, was Wind Waker on GameCube. The second one is this game, and the third one will be Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I did say at some point in the past that I was going to do Ocarina of Time on GameCube following the Dragon Quest Swords livestream, but I just don't think that that's appropriate yet. I need some more time away from Ocarina of Time, let's say time a few more times, before I can actually play it again, I think, because it'll be all well and good for the first maybe 1 or 2 live streams, and then I'm going to get really annoyed with the game again, because Ocarina of Time is a game that I really do not like. Now, to just further address what the live stream playthrough series is, it's basically me just sitting down and playing the game without really doing a Let's Play of it. I find Let's Plays to be a slightly different format, and the live stream playthrough series is intended to encompass games that I wouldn't necessarily want to games that I wouldn't necessarily want to do Let's Plays for, live streaming or otherwise. Whether or not I live stream a Let's Play depends on my perception of the discoverability of the Let's Play on YouTube, right? If I perceive that the actual game that I'm Let's Playing on YouTube has really low discoverability due to a large content pool, we'll call it, basically a lot of other people doing the same thing with the game, I'll live stream it to sort of at least not completely waste my time, because, you know, I'm not really in the business of actually wasting my time in the sense that I would do a 50-part Let's Play and have, like, I don't know, 50 views in total for the entire Let's Play over a period of several years. That's actually kind of frightening in terms of the amount of time wasting involved there. I actually don't care too much about having a big audience. In fact, I don't care about having a big audience whatsoever. I would, however, like to have some form of audience, and a way to, I guess, a way to do that, to have some kind of audience, is to actually live stream it. So that is sort of what's happening with the live stream Let's Plays. And Breath of the Wild is a little bit different. I actually don't have any faith in the discoverability of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild video game as a Let's Play on YouTube right now. But beyond that, I just was not able to bring myself to even play the game when I was live streaming it. No, sorry, I can't actually be consistent with that. I'm swapping it around, which makes it really confusing. When I was recording it normally before in a Let's Play, starting when the game came out, a few months in, I just couldn't touch the game anymore if I didn't live stream it. So yeah, live streaming it ended up being a very good thing for Breath of the Wild, because at least at that point I'm playing the game. It feels more fun. So yeah, that's a good thing. There's something about Breath of the Wild, it's very much a casual sit-down sort of game. You can just, once again, sit down and do something random, and maybe something will happen, maybe something won't happen. It's kind of a roll of the dice in that way. Or a roll of the die. Whoa, get your plurals and singulars right. I hate saying die, but anyway, it's what's correct in English. So I'm not going to be an American and decide my own rules for English. Anyway, so what my current plan is once again to get this game finished as soon as possible, because I am kind of eager to play Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Now, just to give you my brief opinion on the game, because maybe some of you who are familiar with the game will have the opinion that it's actually not a very good game. Don't worry, that's kind of my opinion as well. But for some reason, it seems like it's going to be worthwhile enough for me to play, even though it's not the best game in the world. I don't know what to expect with it. Either I'm going to be making fun of it for a long time while recording it, possibly offending people who love the game, because I have actually run into people who really like Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and some younger people who have, like, childhood nostalgia from that game. And I don't know, I don't really care about offending those people. If I do end up making fun of the game, it's pretty average in a lot of ways. I have indeed played it before. There's an interesting story as to why I ended up playing it at all, and it was on the PS3, not on the PC. I will be doing the live stream playthrough series for Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning on the PC, because I just want to focus all of my gaming on the PC where I can. Obviously, I can't exactly play this game on the PC, I can't exactly play Breath of the Wild on the PC, I can't exactly play other Zelda games on the PC, and I can't exactly play console, we'll say, console games on the PC that are Monster Hunter. So, some I can play For Ultimate on the PC, but that's a bit of a long story. I'm mainly referring to, you know, Generations Ultimate when I talk about this, as well as 3 Ultimate when it comes to Monster Hunter on consoles. So what I'm trying to say is that if I can record on PC, and it's not like ridiculous for me to actually get that up and running, I will do it on PC. That is my preference. But anyway, I will be doing Kingdoms of Amalur as soon as I'm done with this, and I'm pretty much looking forward to that. Continuing on, I do have a few Let's Plays that are currently in progress, but I've not been too, I guess, motivated to do them. But I want to continue recording and uploading them, but I guess I just haven't really found the time to do that. The Let's Plays are in the order in which I started them: Skyward Sword, Phantom Hourglass, and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles: The Crystal Bearers. Now, I started Crystal Bearers fairly recently, in a climate on my channel where it would be really dumb to just start another Let's Play because I'm already doing enough of them. Did you guys know that I'm doing a Let's Play for Castlevania: Portrait of Ruin? I didn't. I forgot because it was like 2 years ago when I started that. But anyway, seriously, I am doing a Portrait of Ruin Let's Play. It's just it's been on hiatus for a number of reasons, but I will continue that at some point. Just don't know when. I do plan to do all of the Castlevania games, but yeah, I don't know if I actually want to do it as a Let's Play or as a live stream playthrough. That's something that I sort of have to come to some decision on, because I do enjoy the Castlevania games a lot, and I think that I can do it in a Let's Play format. That's not something that I'm questioning, but maybe I would do it as a live stream Let's Play, because Castlevania, I'm still not entirely sold on its discoverability on YouTube at the moment. I think it might be alright, but I don't think it's great either. You have to understand that my threshold for bad discoverability sort of meets the less than 10 views within a 4-year time period. That's kind of what I find to be unacceptable, which is pretty much the Twilight Princess Let's Play, which had, I think it was 83 parts. That's a lot of time to spend on a Let's Play that gets basically no views. But we're not going to get into that further. I think I've already mentioned this enough. But just the overall point is that while I don't want much of an audience, I want an audience of some description. So, yeah, live streaming can be a good way to actually get that. But anyway, I've also noticed that when it comes to recordings that were live streamed, people are more incentivized to watch that. I don't know if it's because there's like a physical appearance there or what, but people do indeed seem to be more interested in seeing me physically on the screen as opposed to not seeing me on the screen, and that is referring to the people that are currently watching my stuff on YouTube, and I do thank you all for actually taking interest in my stuff. It's only been within the last year and a half or so that there has been like a tangible audience that is watching my content, and I do thank you guys for indeed watching that, if any of you are still watching this video now, and if you are, then thank you. I do record these videos mostly just to get my own thoughts down figuratively on paper, but yeah, it just sort of helps me, and then it's a nice thing to refer to in the future as well, because I do have a Doomlink Updates video playlist that I guess I look at from time to time. But yeah, Skyward Sword will be interesting. Actually, yeah, I'll talk about Crystal Bearers in a bit. There is a little bit more that I wanted to say about that. Skyward Sword I started as my first on-camera Let's Play. I'm not going to do many on-camera Let's Plays that are going to be like Skyward Sword, because that one's an almost full-body on-camera sort of recording environment where I'm trying to demonstrate my actual swinging of the Wiimote. For example, I'm playing this game here, sitting down, and you can't see my arm as I swing it. Of course, all of this gameplay here is done with just the Wiimote, nothing else, not even the nunchuck, and you can't see any of that on camera. Whereas with Skyward Sword, all of that is visible because it's pretty much at waist level where it cuts off. Actually, maybe even a little bit below that, might be like upper thighs sort of thing, just so that you've got a bit of, I was going to say headroom, but maybe in this case legroom, when it comes to being able to see the Wiimote and nunchuck in my hand. it's a little bit more interactive, and I think it's also kind of entertaining to have that there. So I'm going to continue doing that for the live streamed version of that Let's Play. And of course, the Skyward Sword Let's Play did start off as a regular format, sort of post-edited Let's Play. But again, I came to the realization some months in, and it's a very important realization to come to, Zelda games have zero discoverability on YouTube as Let's Plays. It doesn't matter if I'm on the screen or not. Like, do something original? No, not good enough. You're still lost in a sea of stuff. Because just because you do something original currently on YouTube, it doesn't mean that people are going to discover your content. You actually need to go the extra mile and put yourself out there, and that's not what I do. So because I don't choose to put myself out there, I'm of course not complaining about low viewership. It's just I'm identifying an issue and then proposing a solution to that. And that solution is to live stream, and that's what I'll be doing with Skyward Sword going forward. And I will be keeping that same full body format, but because it will be live streamed, I'm not sure how that's going to work in terms of, say, reading chats and things like that. I feel that the chat might be too far away for me to read, but maybe I can enlarge it in such a way that it's actually legible from my standing position. So I will try and do that. But yeah, Skyward Sword, don't know when that's happening. I would say that it will be happening soon. I just need to find the drive, something like that. There's nothing really stopping me from recording Skyward Sword at this point in time. It's just maybe I'm being bogged down by other things that I'm trying to do, I'm not sure. But moving on, we have Phantom Hourglass as well. That started off in the same way, a post-edited Let's Play, which is how I do prefer to do things, believe it or not. But again, the current climate doesn't allow for it. It's outdated, and people aren't interested in that shit. So I wanted to do it in that format more than anything with Phantom Hourglass, because it was my 10-year anniversary celebration Let's Play, because of course my first Let's Play back in early 2009 was The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, and I wanted to do it in the traditional style, but I think it has been made blindingly clear, as it has been made clear with Let's Plays like Twilight Princess on GameCube and Four Swords Adventures on GameCube on my channel, that Zelda games are just not viewed in that format on YouTube. So once again, I will be live streaming that, and that will probably be a lot more fun, and we'll see how that goes. I've got no idea how it's going to be, and sometimes I'm not entirely happy with my capture card's performance. The one that I use for live streaming, it's the one that I'm currently using. It works well with some systems, other systems not so well. Unfortunately, one system it doesn't seem to work entirely well with is the Wii U. And lo and behold, that is a system that I use most commonly. That's for my Breath of the Wild Let's Play, that's for any live stream I do with 3 Ultimate, that's for Phantom Hourglass, because I am emulating. Jesus Christ, I'm really performing poorly with this fight. I need to actually make sure that I succeed here. Fortunately, I'm using the Metal King sword, so I have a lot of leeway. But yeah, so Phantom Hourglass Let's Play, that's an important Let's Play for me to complete, most certainly. And yeah, we're going to aim to continue that. Does it have priority over? What is this text that's appearing? It's like extra text on the screen that I am not actually reading. But yeah, it does have a little bit of priority over Skyward Sword, because I want the Let's Play to be completed this year, to be honest. I feel that it has more relevance if it can be completed within that 10-year anniversary year of 2019. So we're going to try and do that. It's just generally a more special Let's Play than Skyward Sword, and generally speaking, I'm more inclined to play Phantom Hourglass than I am inclined to play Skyward Sword. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I think one of the contributing factors, it's not the only one, but it's definitely a contributing factor to me not playing Skyward Sword, is the fact that I actually don't really like the game very much. The reason why I didn't play the game for like 8 years or 9 years is because I didn't want to. It looked like a terrible game to play in terms of how it would feel to play. I'm not necessarily ripping... Oh, I can't carry any more gold bars, I'd better bloody sell them. Yeah, now you guys can see why I get so much money. It's because I can sell this stuff really easily. But anyway, yeah, we'll go and take care of that while I'm still doing the update video. This will probably go on for a while because I'm really good at talking to myself, I think you'll find. But, yeah, so, what was I saying? I love it when you lose your train of thought. Had to do with Phantom Hourglass. Oh yeah, I really don't like Skyward Sword as a video game, and I was expecting not to like it. This is the point, and that is the reason why I didn't play it for so long. I thought that the only excuse I would have to play the game is if I were to record it in like a blind Let's Play format. Something which I find to be pretty entertaining, just as a viewer myself. Watching blind Let's Plays, I think that there's a lot of value in a blind Let's Play. You can get those raw reactions from people, and I think it's really interesting. So I try to sort of have an environment where you can get a similar sort of situation with me reacting to things for the first time in that game, generally rather negatively, I will add. We're going to sell like a lot, because I don't really need to. Yeah, we'll sell 84 of both, how about that? I like 84, that was a good year. But most of the years in the 80s were good years, to be honest. Alright, 84, not 68. That was the year, well then again, I was going to say like Black Sabbath's original band, Earth. I think they formed in 68, but maybe it was 67, I don't know. Point is, we're going to move on. We now have a shitload of money, and we're going to be reaching the max with our money fairly soon. I'm pretty sure that we're at the final digit before it goes to like a bunch of 9s, but anyway. Yeah, making money in the end game here is not a difficult thing, because you can just sell gold bars and orichalcum and never have to worry about gold ever again. But anyway, so Skyward Sword, I feel less inclined to play that game than I would Phantom Hourglass, because I haven't played Phantom Hourglass for not actually a decade, more like 8 years, maybe more, 8 or 9 years since I've played that game, and it's got nostalgia value, or nostalgic value for that reason. Because, you know, when you don't play something for a decade, when you play it again, it sort of takes you back to that time. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a super long time ago. 10 years isn't nostalgic for some people. For me, it's sort of anything that is a long period of time, probably more than 5 years, is nostalgic to a point, because it takes me to my frame of mind, my environment, my surroundings from back then. Because that's the last time I played the game, and you sort of relive it in that way, and it's nice, I like that. So that is Phantom Hourglass for me at the moment, whereas Skyward Sword is a game I've never played before, and it kind of bothers me. It doesn't feel good to play, because it's Wiimote and Nunchuck. So, yeah. And of course, for those of you who are saying, well, I thought you would have gotten used to that with Twilight Princess, Doomlink. Well, I never played Twilight Princess on Wii, ever. I got it on GameCube around the time it released, not on Wii. So that was the situation with Twilight Princess. I was always a traditional Zelda player in that I didn't actually deem swinging my arms around like a fucking idiot to be a way to play a video game, so especially not a third-person RPG, if you don't mind. But anyway, notice how I slotted that information in, because this is a first-person RPG, which is actually kind of fun. I do enjoy what they do with the Wiimote in this game, but I do not enjoy using the Wiimote and Nunchuck to play third-person games. I find this format to work pretty well. But, yeah, so that's the situation with Skyward Sword and Phantom Hourglass. It is indeed my desire to actually continue those Let's Plays as live stream Let's Plays. So there'll still be Let's Plays, they're not going to turn into live stream playthroughs or anything like that, but they will indeed be sort of live streamed, yeah, rather than post-edited. Now, I'll mention with Phantom Hourglass that I did indeed record 15 parts in the month of March, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't May, it was definitely March, so those recordings are getting a little bit old these days. But, yeah, so in March I recorded, I believe, pretty much all of the parts. I must have started it in March, yeah, so I did 15 parts in March, and I think I've only uploaded 10 or 11 of those parts, so I still need to get around to editing through up to parts 15 and uploading them, and then I can continue with Phantom Hourglass in the live stream format at that time. So that will be done. I don't need to do the same thing with... Actually, I need to upload one more video for Skyward Sword because, I don't know, I didn't really like the way the video starts. It starts in the middle of a rant and it lacks context in some ways. It's generally not the best rant I've ever done, but yeah, I'm planning on uploading that and then sort of smothering it with a live recording, because of course, as you know, if you have 2 recordings of the same game, the second one will be viewed a lot more than the first. I know how to play the YouTube game, I know how you people work, and I actually play the game to my benefit, not in such a way that it leaves me annoyed, going, oh, why didn't you watch the first one and only the second one? Well, I've gotten used to that, and I've learned how to make the most of it. Anyway, to get onto the topic of Crystal Bearers, the reason why I decided to start that Let's Play now as opposed to later is because I had already delayed it by a period of like 5 years, and like for example, I started the... Oh, it wouldn't have been 5 years. I mean, I've been wanting to do the Let's Play for more than 5 years, but it's more like 3 years I delayed it for, because I started the Spyro Dawn of the Dragon Let's Play back in 2016, and I'm pretty happy with how that Let's Play turned out. I do like the Spyro discoverability on YouTube. It's actually something that I'm happy with. If I can get pretty much 60 views per video, that's good for me. Like, that's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for, like, popularity here. I'm asking for some level of viewership, as opposed to nothing. But, yeah, the 2 games that I was tossing up between when I was wanting to do a Let's Play back then were Spyro Dawn of the Dragon and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles: The Crystal Bearers, and I decided that Dawn of the Dragon was the game that I preferred most between the 2 of them. But I couldn't really remember Crystal Bearers so well. I don't know which of the 2 I played first back when I first played them. I played them during the same year, I'm pretty sure it was 2010. And yeah, it was definitely 2010 when I played them for the first time. And yeah, I don't know which one I don't know which one came first, but I do know that I replayed Dawn of the Dragon once or twice. Maybe twice. No, technically I replayed it once, because replay means to do it a second time, or at the very least more than once. So I did play Dawn of the Dragon at least twice, and I did not play Crystal Bearers more than once. And I'm pretty sure that was because I preferred Dawn of the Dragon to Crystal Bearers. Crystal Bearers was just like a game that I played, whatever, and I wasn't hugely into it. But I thought that it would be worth playing anyway, because it's not a game that a lot of other people indeed play. And I'm doing a post-edited Let's Play for that game, because I think the discoverability will be better for that Let's Play, given that not as many people have recorded for it. I would say a fair number of people have recorded it, but nowhere near as many as, say, a Zelda game, or even a Castlevania game, etc., etc. So that's the reason why I'm doing that, and the reason why I chose to do it now instead of next year or the year after, because I do think of things in such terms. I'll do this in 2021 or something like that. I'm kind of weird in that way. Because, for example, in 2017 I was talking about how I was going to start my Phantom Hourglass Let's Play in March of 2019, and that's what I did, because that was a 10th anniversary thing, and that length of time didn't really feel like it would be long, because I knew that I would easily occupy myself for 2 years, and I did, and yeah, I was right. It came around really quickly. But, yeah, so I wanted to actually get started with the Crystal Bearers Let's Play now, in case, I don't know, in the next 2 years, for example, 3 or 4 or maybe even 6 other people decide to Let's Play it. I wanted to get in the door, you know, I wanted to start with something, and I'm going to try and continue recording that Let's Play and see how that goes. So, yeah. I may as well, seeing as though I'm talking about Crystal Bearers, refer to Final Fantasy XIII, because I don't think I've actually addressed this in an update video properly. I haven't been doing anything with Final Fantasy 13 since, I believe, January of this year. I think the last recording that I did was maybe early January, something like that. And quite frankly, I have no real intention of returning to that game. I thought that it would be nice to have a mainline Final Fantasy game Let's Played on the channel in full, with however many parts that would encompass, but I just have no desire to play that game. It's not a good game, I'm sorry. And what makes it even worse is that I have a rather fanatical viewer of that Let's Play who types me essays every fucking recording, and I don't have a problem with that necessarily. I didn't tell him to not do that. I guess he asked me at some point, oh, do you want this information? And I said no, because I didn't care. But I generally didn't stop him from, writing me essays every recording. But just generally, it's like, I don't even care about this game, and you are quite invested in the story and whatever else. And I didn't even know why he was watching, really. I felt like all I did was crap on the game every time I played it, because it's not good. And due to that low level of emotional investment, and then also low investment of my actual attention, I just wasn't really picking up the game mechanics so well. Like, combat was starting to get a little bit confusing for me. And yeah, I can't really pay attention to long tutorial explanations about game mechanics for a game that I find to be shit. I can't do it. I have some sort of priority system in my head, and paying attention to instructions for a game like that, my brain says no, don't do that. It's not worth the mental computation. So yeah, I was kind of trying to wing it, basically, which is just more fun, generally, like learning through trial and error. Because the game's so shit, learning through trial and error is just not really my thing. Because I don't mind trial and error if it's an actual good game. Like, the Souls series, they're really good games, except for Dark Souls 2. But Final Fantasy is not a good game, so if we're talking about learning through trial and error, using those two examples, Souls series and Final Fantasy 13, I think I can tell you which one I can handle and which one I can't, because one of them is actually well done, and one of them is not. Final Fantasy 13 is a bad Final Fantasy game, even by the Final Fantasy standards, which have been, as far as I know, much lower than they were in the previous decade and the decade before it. So, yeah, Final Fantasy 13 was like, really not good, and people have referred to it as Corridor Simulator, which it is, for some portion of the game, which I'm pretty sure that I got past, but it still didn't become interesting at that point. It became slightly less monotonous, yeah, but for one thing, the story I didn't give a damn about, the combat was not interesting to me, and yeah, for those who would say, well, you mustn't like JRPGs, Doomlink, well, I love .hack GU, which I've been playing for a while, and I've been wanting to play the .hack series for a very long time, and it wasn't until GU was remastered on the PC back in 2017 that I actually felt that I would be comfortable with playing the series. So I picked up GU, and I have played quite a bit of it. I've played, I think, 60 hours of it, or 50, I can't really remember. But I've really enjoyed my experience playing it thus far, and that is a JRPG through and through. So, I wouldn't necessarily say that I have a problem with JRPGs, it's just, I want one that's not shit, thank you. But, yeah, anyway, to each their own, but I'm basically giving you an explanation as to why I have sort of put Final Fantasy 13 on hold indefinitely. And I say on hold indefinitely because, well, I don't know if I actually want to cancel it. Does that mean I'm somewhat indecisive? I don't know. Actually, I'm not too sure. But I can tell you that it's not going to be touched for years, if it is touched again. So, yeah, that's kind of the situation with Final Fantasy 13. I was wanting for the Let's Play to be an entertaining Let's Play, where I would just crap on the game, and maybe the game would crap on me back. But it became less enjoyable at a certain point. But anyway, And it was mainly due to other things that I was doing, you know. I had to look at it sensibly. I had to go, well, what am I doing right now on my channel? I'm doing a lot of things. I'm wanting to get started with live streams. This is back in January. I wanted to get started with live streams. I wanted to do a number of different things in terms of Let's Plays. I knew that Phantom Hourglass was coming up. I was still doing my... Was I still doing my Four Swords Adventures Let's Play at that time? No, I finished that in late last year. But regardless, there were things going on the channel that I knew would be a lot more interesting for me to delve into than fucking Final Fantasy 13. So it was a matter of priority as well as a matter of general enjoyment with the game. So Final Fantasy 13, long story short, can actually fuck off. So yeah, I thought I'd be able to do it. I couldn't. Oh fuck. I don't even know how I managed to fail that one. How long was that? That took me 37 minutes to fail a King Latem fight, which is alright. Also, this update video has gone for 37 minutes. I can seriously crap on. In fact, I have to go somewhere in less than 20 minutes, so this update video cannot go for much longer. So, yeah, we are indeed going to cut this short fairly soon, and of course, none of you will have watched 37 minutes of me sitting here talking to myself. That much I am aware of. However, I'm going to continue talking now while I wrap up the update video. So, yeah, moving along. I don't believe there's anything else that I really wanted to discuss for this update video. I think I've pretty much covered everything. I have plans, and lack of motivation has sort of stood in the way of really getting those plans enacted in the last few weeks. But I have been recently having issues with, like, I had a cold all of last week, pretty much, so I wasn't really feeling that I was in good enough form to really be on camera, or talk even, so that was a thing. And, yeah. If I'm not... There's generally, like, there's a high possibility that if I go a week, or maybe even 2 weeks without recording anything, it's not because I don't want to record, it's because if I do record, it's not going to be good quality. And I'm at a point where if I'm going to actually do this, because keep in mind, this hobby that I have, it is a hobby, is a big time investment. If I'm going to have all of that time investment, I want the product to at least be decent, something that I can be happy with. So if I'm going to sound like shit for a week, I'm not going to record for a week. Simple as that. And if my audience not even loses interest, but if YouTube with its, you know, Nazi fucking algorithm decides that my content isn't worth putting out to people because I haven't been uploading frequently enough, then so be it. I don't give a shit. Okay, I'm long past the point of wanting an audience at this... Well, a large audience at this point. I think my way of doing things is the opposite to how the algorithm wants to work, at least at this point in time, and the algorithm is always changing. But at this point in time, I would say that what I do goes heavily against the algorithm, so I will always be at the mercy of that. And once again, I have reached the point, and I have for a long time, pretty much always been this way. I just don't really care, and I'll aim to please whoever chooses to stick along for the ride, and I once again thank you guys for sticking along for the ride. It's not that I don't value you guys, it's just that I would not sweat the I would not allow myself to be stressed or even work hard to retain an audience that is basically being dragged from under my feet every time I need to take a small break. So that's the situation. That's not that kind of cutthroat bullshit is not hobby stuff. That's a professional career sort of stuff. And I don't do this as a professional career, so I have no reason to invest that level of emotion and, you know, thought to doing something like retaining an audience. That's not interesting to me at all. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover. Last time I said that, I went on another 6 or so minute long discussion, but anyway, that's just how I am. I could actually sit here and do a 3-hour long update video. That would not be difficult for me at all. This is the scary thing. Every single update video that I have done, I have consciously tried to make shorter, and that includes this one. But anyway, in terms of what to expect, don't expect anything. I've found that it's better to not expect things from me, because you might be waiting for a long time. It'll come, but not when you expect it. Flow rate is level 99. Let's change to unless, I guess. Yeah, we'll do one more Kinglet Tem and then we'll finish up. I need to go somewhere in 10 minutes. And this recording has gone for more than 40 minutes. I think, needless to say, we are now at the point where no one's going to want to watch the full thing. No one. Like, not even one person, right? You can, if the thing's like 25 to 30 minutes long, maybe one person would watch the whole thing. But not if it's 40 minutes plus. Unless just learned buff. That is his most useful skill for sure. You can see that when you have someone at a low level like this, killing Kinglet Tem really is a lot of experience. So this won't continue forever, unless he's now learned mid-heal. But yeah, of course, he'll slowly but surely catch up, and he won't be leveling up like 5 times every time you kill Kinglet Tem. But anyway, I don't actually know what level I am right now, but I've definitely increased in level quite a lot, so it's been pretty helpful just having an opportunity to play this game, and I've made a really fucking good decision to actually play this game while doing my update video, because that's at least 15 level ups, I think. I'm pretty sure I was level 70 when I started, so that worked out really well. I should do more update videos while playing this game, why the hell not? But anyway, I do thank you all for watching, and I'll see you when I'm next recording an update video, or perhaps when I'm next recording something that you are interested in watching. I do enjoy this format when it comes to doing not live streams, when it comes to doing update videos. It seems a bit more interactive. I can actually sort of talk to you guys directly, and maybe it's more entertaining for you guys as well to actually have me on camera. So maybe I'll do this for all of my future live stream updates, and maybe actually play a game every single time rather than sometimes, because sometimes, once again, I do actually put footage that has been recorded beforehand into the video, generally stuff that I just happen to have lying around that I haven't deleted to save space yet, and I do have terabytes upon terabytes of stuff that I've recorded, so that's how that works. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoyed, and if you're still sticking around, thank you for sticking around, and thank you for watching my stuff. I'll catch you later.